Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome to another Pokemon Violet's Wonderlocke. This time round we have the Carmine battle, despite her being right here. We have a Carmine battle to do, and we have the Open Sky Titan, Bombardier. Both are going to be relatively difficult. I think the Sky Titan is going to be a fair bit harder, because this is the setup that we have at the moment. And there's not really a lot that deals with flying types here, so I'm not exactly sure how that one's going to go. Before we get into stuff here, I kind of have a little bit of a quandary to go through here. I did breed up the Execute, I haven't really named it anything yet, because I don't exactly know if this is the one I'm going to stick with. If you know anything about evolution stuff in this game, you'll know that it is impossible to evolve Pokemon into Alolan forms unless their basic is also Alolan. So like Pikachu cannot evolve into Alolan Raichu in this game, and the same goes for Execute. But Alolan Executor would be really cool, and I do have one that is below level 20. So I kinda want to use this, but I'm not sure if I should be able to or not. I think Executor in general, whichever way around it would go, would be fantastic for the Ogerpon fight stuff later on, so it isn't going to see too much use for quite a while, because that fight is horrifically underleveled if you do it in the main game as opposed to post-game. So it's up for debate. I guess we could keep it for a bit. Regardless, if this one is chosen, it's max HP, max special attack. If this one is chosen, then it is mostly the same, but there's just a little bit of speed investment here. Regular Executor, I think, has a little bit of a weaker move pool overall, at least a lamer move pool. I kind of like the Alolan one being able to get Flamethrower, and, you know, Dragon Attack is pretty fun. But this guy would still be totally fine. Harvest is absolutely awesome as far as ability stuff goes. In fact, I should probably give it the Citrus Berry as a result here. We'll do that on the fly. You see, I've been on my exploration stuff. I've managed to pick up a few of the EV reducing berries, so if we did ever want to change EV spread stuff, then it's completely legit to do so, if you will. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get this guy above level 20 just now. It is a slow experience curve as well, so it should be completely fine as far as that goes. It takes a lot of experience still to level up, so even if we do use it in this fight, I don't think that's going to matter. But yeah, I guess let me know which way round you think I should do this, because my Discord has basically been follow your heart, and honestly, I kind of want to use the Alolan Executor, but it technically doesn't follow the letter of the law in terms of my rules, so let me know what you think. Regardless, for now, we will go ahead and go to Kieran's house. Grandpa, I'm home! Hey! And we have a friend! Yay! Sign on the same school trip, indeed. New friend, ha ha ha! I sure am. We've been very happy. Yeah, of course we're friends. At least your player character actually emotes in this game, unlike Sword and Shield. So yeah, we made a new friend. Yeah. Hi. So yay! Delighted to have you. Ha 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 ha. Good stuff. Yeah, it's basically already sundown, and the festival starts tonight, so we gotta go get ourselves ready, right? Get some Jinbei outs. Yes, so haha, we get to dress up. Woo! But sheer fact of they have a spare one for us as well. Have to do your hair up as well. I might actually just keep this one. This is generally my favorite hairstyle throughout the game, and honestly, I think this really fits for Sanai as well. So I will probably keep this one as is. I'm not sure about the actual outfit though. I kind of like the tracksuit, but we'll keep it for just now because we've got the festival stuff to go to. So this gives us a style card here as well. We did get one when we went to Blueberry 2, but this gives us additional hairstyles and stuff like that available now. So that's kind of neat. And if we go to any of the clothing stores, there are extra stuff for us there as well. Carmine just comes out as is. Of course, she has the better color for her thing, but then again, Sanai would wear green anyway, so this kind of works out totally fine by me. Really, is that so? Yep. What are you doing back here, huh? Just ignore him. Yeah. Master in the shed. So go have a rummage, see what we can find. Oh man, that's not fair. She has a running head start. Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. We are friends. We can make it work. So now there, go get yourself a mask. Well, we'll try. Like, come over, and this has gotta be another one. It's like, yeah, we're here. Hi. What, you want a medal or something? It's rolling up like you own the place. I mean, we're as a guest. We should be able to come and see how our friends are doing. No? Only 2 masks, is it? Too bad. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. We can get one. We can get one at the top. That's fine. Don't look so glum, huh? You just wanted an excuse to fight. That's pretty much it. Get in position. Uh-huh. Yeah, you just wanted the excuse. Anyhow, I believe she comes at us with slightly different Pokemon this time round. So yeah, Morpeko comes out first. So we do have a different option for our stuff here. Now, I did go to Levincia for exploration stuff, and that does give me access to the wide lens, so we have that here. Also have the loaded dice on Cacnea at this point, which is pretty good. But I feel like U-turn is probably the best overall bet here. Just thinking, what would I be U-turning into if I do that? Likely the Cacnea would be the best bet, because we'll probably get hit by like Thundershock or something here. I just don't think U-turn's gonna KO, but we'll fire it off anyway. Oh, it actually does. Okay, never mind. Oh, the crit might have mattered. It's about the mask. Come on, stop with the super effective move. Ha ha ha. No, we're gonna do that anyway, and of course we get one for that. I'm not panicking or anything. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Alright, well, in that case, what is our best general switch in here? It is probably... Oh, we do get the level. Oh, Tandemaus is going to level pretty quickly here. The level cap for the next fight is 20, so I should be okay, but I need to not use Tandemaus for the rest of this fight, I think. I did manage to find Water Pulse as far as TM stuff goes, so I could just go into Clauncher and make it work that way. I don't think she has... what's its face? I don't think she has Vulpix anymore, but all of her stuff is like super effective against Execute anyway, so it's probably not a good idea going that way. If I go in here, she has grass type stuff to use, which is sort of annoying, but then I don't really have a lot else. I suppose we'd just go into Swablu. It's the best overall defensive option here, I think. Mightyena coming in, so yeah, she's evolved to Pooch at this point. I forget, does this thing evolve at 18? I thought it was like in this sort of range. I thought it was level 20 that it evolved, but I probably am just misremembering. We should be able to hit it with Swift in like 2-shot or something, right? Oh, not quite. Okay. Howl increases attack, so that's a little scary, but we were faster, so I think this should be okay. It's just gonna howl again anyway, okay. Got greedy and got punished for it. I am totally fine with that. So, down goes the Mightyena. Not really too big of a deal. Lots of experience gained off of this though, which is kind of good and bad. Again, new level up move too, Power Trip. If the opponent boosts their stats, it gains... No, if you boost your stats, it increases in power. Cacnea can learn Swords Dance, which we do have a TM for, but I don't think this is really the best move for it right now. Kind of wait on until we get like Sucker Punch, I think. Anyway, her new addition is Swadloon, so Bug and Grass here. Peck is 4 times effective, is going to be more powerful than Swift for sure. And yeah, almost one shot, it's pretty good. That was a crit, okay, fair enough. Sticky Web coming in, so we would get slowed down if we switch out here, but I doubt that we're going to do that at this point, because Poltergeist is the last thing. And I really don't think we need to switch out on that, just like the first fight, where we have just like good coverage against that. So level 20 on the Wartortle here does learn Protect. That's kind of useful, I suppose. It's probably better than Bite at the moment. Bite's not going to be very good for any of the upcoming fights, and even if I was to switch it in here against Poltergeist for some reason, Icy Wind would be what I'd use instead. So I don't think it's really necessary. Gonna feel like a winner, huh? So Poltergeist coming on in, and well, the only move we've got that can hit it is Peck, but that is totally fine because it is still super effective. It's not going to do that much, but oh, especially with Withdraw as well. That is irritating. I guess if she keeps spamming that, then I might have to swap out. Stun Spore coming in as well. That also could be a problem, but I do have Natural Cure, so like it's not the end of the world. Assuming she goes for it again, but right now that is not the case. Special move is still Mega Drain, so not really going to get very much healing off of that either. I think we will be reasonable enough here. So, yep, we'll just keep pecking away, and Mega Drain is not even going to come close to being a threat here. The other move that she'd have would still be Astonish at this point, which, because of the normal typing, does not affect the Swablu in the slightest. So we should be okay. Literally the only thing she could have done if that Stun Spore hit would just be like Paralysis Lock, would be really irritating. But that's the only thing that could have happened here that would have been dangerous in the slightest. So yeah, it's just chip away until eventually we get through. If we were a physical attacker, we would have dealt with this a lot faster, but I also would have needed to have used TMs by now as well, so I'm totally fine with just doing this as I am. I probably will need to switch Swablu at some point, just because like it's really not going to be very powerful for a decent bit of the time here. I'm not really sure what to do with it at this point, because it's getting to the stage where it just isn't really damaging very much, and our other Pokemon are comparative in terms of defense. No mask is going to happen for us, huh? I'm going to get my one. Yep, so they get their masks on, wear them on the side, of course. Yeah, she would be a Monkey Dory. You wear mine? No. Besides, we wouldn't want to take yours. Exactly, you always loved that mask. Exactly, yeah. It's fine, we can get one. We can get one when we're up there. It's not a problem. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. Seriously. You're really not all that bad. I disagree, but okay. Yeah, I mean, there's at least that. I wouldn't even say her heart's in the right place, but she has her moments, let's just put it that way. So yeah, we have to go up to the hall. I do have the fly point there, of course, because we had to go up there for the previous part. So even if I hadn't gone exploring around the place, we would have had the fly point here anyway, which is completely fine with me. So we'll just immediately zip on up here, say hi to you because we can. Yeah, we will definitely enjoy ourselves on that. So there's some other stuff that we could do here as well, like story-wise, once we're done with this bit, because we could go ahead and do like the Ogre Ousting and stuff like that. Probably could, should. Like, it would be nice to do. But, necessary? No, but it would be kind of nice, because then we could unlock the Fresh Start emoji. If we clear the festival bit here, which, oh, look at that, there's a little cutie coming into town. yeah, if we do all of this bit, there's no extra battles that come out of this, so we could get Ogre Ousting unlocked, and then fresh start mochis are available, and that's your full clean of EVs and stuff like that. So also you can get effectively the other mochis are vitamins for stuff there, so you could technically go ahead and deal with EVing and stuff there as well. Just ignore her. Yeah, so this is picture bit here that I was mentioning at the end of the last part. We technically... Stepping on the toe, no! Say it, Chansey. It's technically not one that we see, but again, I was like given my I gave my chat the what would you call it? I gave him the I suppose you could just call it the authority to say whether or not this should count, and technically a photo was taken, so we went ahead. How is that kid eating? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the background here. How is that kid eating ice cream through the mask? That's not how it works. Anyway, yeah, I gave them the last say as to whether or not this should count, and they said yes. I guess because we did do a boss battle previously, it is totally fine in that aspect. They got candy apples, woo, let's go! So yeah, we will treat this as an encounter spot as well, just because it can count, really. And I think we need all the help that we can get right now, if I'm being honest with you. The team is very imbalanced, we shall say the least. Oh, you sure? Oh, that's okay. Well, if you got extra money for it, then sure, why not? Just makes as much as a snack. I mean, yeah. Yep, we have seen it as Diplin. And I think at this point, I don't remember if it's right now or if it's just a little bit later in. The next time that we battle Kieran, he might actually have Diplin on his team. So that's kind of neat. Anyway, whilst we're over here as well, there is Ogre Oustin, which we can go ahead and do. We've got to speak to Kieran on it, I suppose, not speak to the lady actually doing the thing. Yeah, we'll go for it. Like the kids that came from Powder. Alright, sure, we'll from a safe distance, yeah, we'll dig in. Yep, Carmine is like, I just did what's pretty easy, 6,390. Yeah, go get us, honey, we can easily do better than that. So, especially because we have the dash ability, you can do this without the dash, but you won't get very far beyond the easy stage that we've got to do here. So, the point of Ogre Ousting is that we have to burst the balloons and then bring the berries that you get from the balloons back to the stands here, and once you bring back enough of each color, the round ends, and you get to proceed to the next one. However, Pokemon can show up and eat the berries that are in your stands, so that can kind of get in the way a lot as well. This is surprisingly difficult as far as games go, but I will admit I haven't actually played this on the Switch 2 yet, and instantly this feels incredible, I'm not gonna lie. The stuttering and the lag and stuff on regular Switch was absolutely unbearable, and I have a feeling this might actually be a lot easier on Switch 2, just because it actually plays like a real game at this point. I keep harping on about it, but it's still just so true. Like, this game really just did not play well whatsoever on the original Switch, and it's such a difference being able to, you know, be in a smooth environment here and just be able to actually run around as intended. So, yeah, So mash the button to put all the stuff in, and there we go. When it comes to this, I think this is overall the best environment that you can have for it, and this is our final stage for the basic level here. So we're not going to need to do too much more for it. But what I usually find is best, especially if trying to do this solo, is to go down the bottom first and like come back up with your berries. Because then you don't have to worry quite so much about how, you know, like finding new ones at the time, because the balloons will respawn, but they're respawn pretty slowly. So you do have to kind of like worry a little bit about that. The other thing that they do is that they respawn in random colors. They don't have their predetermined patterns like they do here. So it becomes more difficult to find the exact berries that you need if you don't start down the bottom. And also, if you go down the bottom in between rounds, then it means that you have only one trip back as opposed to going all the way down and all the way back up. It definitely saves a lot of time at that point, so it's well worth it. Now, each of these mochi is the equivalent of one vitamin of their respective type, so like a HP up, a protein, etc. So 10 EVs, uncapped just like the vitamins themselves are. We got a Razor Fang off of that, which is kind of cool. If you wanted to get a Gliscor, which is exclusive to Scarlet, but you know, whatever. Custard Berry is also pretty funny. I don't think there's really going to be any way that we can use it, but it is pretty cool. And also, yeah, we beat Carmine, because she sucks. 8,738 points. So we get ourselves the Experience Charm, which is the big disadvantage of doing things in the middle a bit here, because this will give us more experience from each of the fights. And we're already kind of having a difficult time keeping our Pokemon at the right level here. So I don't know exactly how well that's gonna go now, but whatever. Kiki, you go and beat her. No. I don't wanna. Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna black out. Yeah. Oh look, it's that that lovely cutie again here. Having a good time at the festival, I see. Better go investigate that and see what that's all about, huh? Because, yeah, it's just somebody there by the lonesome, huh? Can't possibly leave them out of that. Yeah, so with everybody already basically being at the level cap stuff anyway, and the next fight after Bombardier is level 21. So I really don't know how that's gonna go at the moment, to be honest. But we'll just have to see as we go. Anyway, we cannot leave a cutie unattended, so we do have to go and see them. It looks like they were gonna just leave on their own accord anyway, but you know, whatever. It's obviously a Pokemon, right? So, hi. Got a nice mask over there. Pawn? Mysterious child, huh? That's a cool mask. Heck yeah. It's nuts. Zero talent, huh? Oh no! You made the child run away. Who was that, indeed? Well, I guess we better go see and make sure they're okay, right? And if you've got cutscenes, skip cutscenes turned on, you will not actually see this one. So, it's been a while since I've seen this, actually. Shouldn't run off on your own, but what if I want to? It goes for you too. Uh-huh. Nice jump. Except... Oh no! No. We wanna... Can we give you that back? You should come back. It's dangerous in that. Uh-huh. Oh no! But all we wanted to do was give you the mask back. So sad. And a title drop, we have found the teal mask, so we have access to that, I suppose, now. Cool. Where'd that kid come from? It's a Pokemon, quite clearly. Wait, do you mean... Yeah, ran towards the mountain. It's the ogre! There you go, finally. Jeez. What, you didn't believe it? Did drop a mask, Yeah, well... We just bumped into the... And here is my most contentious, like the most contentious point of the story for this, and where I really start disliking the direction this has to go. Why are you yelling all of a sudden? Nothing you'd be interested in, huh? So... No... Well, I mean, maybe Carmine was, but no... So, what did you do that for, huh? Don't scare like that. Well, no, what's the problem here? We found out we'd seen him... I think he's gonna be more... it's gonna feel worse that you lied to him, right? Yeah, you are massively overthinking this. Don't want to run it up the mountain. I mean, does that matter? He can take care of himself. You already lied about it. I've been dragged along in this. Maybe hold off on Shona. Yeah, so we don't have a choice in the matter here, and this is the worst like direction this story could have gone. Honestly, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's the way, I mean, the story, it kind of fits, I guess, like, because it, you know, with kids will be kids this way, but it just, like, not even having the option to say anything to him just makes it feel horrendous. But yeah, for now we've had enough of it. If you wanted to get a mask here, you could buy like a Pikachu or an Eevee mask or something like that, and that goes over your face, unlike the ones that they had. This is a heal as well, by the way, because you do get to sit at the bit here, so you get fully healed too. Let's go back to that tracksuit. As much as I like, well, the blueberry tracksuit is kind of cool too. But as much as I like the festival stuff, we're not in the festival anymore, so we will go ahead and think that. Do we keep the? Just real thinking about this actually. We could keep the bag and stuff on though, because you know that's kind of neat. But yeah, I don't know. That actually looks alright. We'll keep the bag on. Regardless, we don't need to. Oh, that is cursed as heck. With just the timing of everything here. So we get forced into the start of the cutscene here, just because you didn't agree to commit to. No, what thing? Yes, yeah. The yogurts. Yes, Grandpa lives a lot. Just go talk to him about what happened. Well, maybe we could. I was kind of cutting into what I actually wanted to do for the rest of this one, but like, yeah, maybe we could. But we have an encounter to get, and then we have a bird to go and see. So I am going to go ahead and set up for that. So we need to just change our user here. I might as well just keep going at this point because honestly it really doesn't take that long. Thankfully the Switch 2 is very good at just like loading things up quickly, right? So it doesn't take a long time to go in and change things out. Although we will get to see the Pokeportal news and stuff because that defaults to switching on and whatnot. Who cares? It's completely fine. So get ourselves our fancy smashy news over here. I mean, we're in the point where we're getting pretty close, I think, to the next of the yeah, it's right, J and stuff coming in. We're getting pretty close to the next one of the Terra raids being available, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. And yeah, if you've not seen Regulation J, it's terrible. Don't care. It's also not going to be used in tournaments for most of the time, so like, who even cares, right? I don't know. It's just highly silly. Right, yeah, we don't have any item on this one, which is fine. I just want to make sure that I'm not trading away like the Destiny Knot or something stupid like that when I do the breeding stuff here. Curry powders, we can't buy those. Why would we buy them from you when we can buy them from the delis on the either side of you? That's just silly. You're silly. We come to you for berries and feathers and nothing else, okay? Regardless, North is getting our execute over here. Hopefully not sending us over anything illegitimate. Knackley! Right on time, huh? Oh, that is actually cool because that's a foreign language one too. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is just a wild caught one. Nice, a German one too. This is neat, because I think this single-handedly solves at least a decent amount of the issues that I was about to face here, because this gives us something very good to use against the Bombardier, but also it might be pretty respectable going into the next major fight too. The Team Star, Gym Star, base stuff is also very good for this thing. Okay, I was very concerned going forward with this, but I think we've just found our jackpot. Let's go. Alright, so I know we're going a little bit long, but I feel like with Knackley involved, we should be relatively good to go on this Titan. So let's just get to it. The open sky Titan lives somewhere in the mountains, all the boulders raining down. Sent flying if you hit one, but maybe you could power your way through. Yep, so we will happily do that. We'll just briefly show the Knackley here. It's definitely an interesting one to have around. Its Purifying Salt ability is fantastic, actually, because taking half damage from ghosts is awesome. It is something which is very difficult to do, so very happy to see that. And given it a bit of an interesting spread, we are maxed out in special defense. A lot of HP, it's about 196 EVs I've given in this. And then just a little bit of attack as well, because later on, when we get access to the TM for Curse, this is probably the biggest one who could use this, so we will definitely get access to it then. I did not breed it on just because, you know, the whole like no egg moves thing is still something I'm trying to stick to where possible, and we haven't got something that can use Curse yet, so it felt a little cheap to go ahead and teach it that, so yeah. Despite getting something this powerful for the area, we are going to start with the Clauncher, I think, here, because I don't really want to risk having Knackley out for both phases of this. I think Clauncher's Water Pulse should be able to deal with the first phase here, and so we'll just go for that. Now, remember when I said earlier in previous part with the windmill, I remember saying with the whole like distance-based rendering and whatnot. Unfortunately, that is still a thing for this game here, where these windmills are supposed to be running, even though we are, you know, on the Switch 2. They don't run until you get very close to them, because that's how they were in the original game. This didn't get like patch changed or anything. So you do have to kind of go right close to them before they start moving, and yeah, it's not great. This was a trick that was used in the original game to Switch 1 like original patch and whatnot. I guess it was to try and make it so that it didn't just go in stop motion for the time, but I didn't stop the other ones. I don't know. It's kind of awkward, and that's one of the few things that didn't get addressed, is the occasional part like that. So if you do run into any of these, then you will just you'll get stopped by, you know, getting bounced back, but it's not really that big of a deal. So, Bombardier. Hopefully my lack of defense investment compared to special defense is not really going to matter too much of this one. I'm going more for the long game in terms of the Knackley stuff. And I mean, this thing, it has a rocky payload as its ability, so it has kind of like what Delmise did. It has an extra stab on rock attacks. So yeah, that actually does a lot of damage as a result. But so does Water Pulse, so I think this will get the 2-shot, and then we can swap over to something else in the next thing. Yeah, that gets it down to weaken point. The big thing with this one, unlike most Titans, is that you don't get a break in between phases here. So that's why I didn't want to use Knackley to begin with. I think this might be the only one that doesn't run away. It just immediately puts you into the second phase of this, and it's kind of rude, you know, because you don't get healed in the middle of it, if I remember rightly. So when it goes to the more powered up version of it here, we don't get a break on that. So it's best to use something else in the opening part of this, and then swap afterwards. Yeah, see, we're not healed at all, which is gross! I don't like that at all. Now, the only thing that we have that's any good here, to be honest, is Shaker the Knackley. So we are going to hopefully just not get immediately smacked by something on the way in, because we don't really have any healing for this. It has Pluck as an attack, so I didn't want to use a berry, and we don't have the leftovers. We do get hit by Rock Throw on the way in. That's a bit unlucky. Maybe eventually we'll have, you know, the other Knackley do something. That would be nice. Try and get Iron Defense up first. Wing Attack still did quite a bit there as well, which is annoying, but we'll try and boost our defense so that we can just survive through this. Because otherwise, yeah, I don't really have a backup plan for this. I think Knackley really is the... I mean, Wartortle should be able to tank something as well. But yeah, this is my main hope, is to just have this thing work. Now, thankfully, oh geez, we are just getting targeted continuously. It's really annoying. Yeah, luckily, now that Rock Polish has been used 3 times and he's maxed out his speed, it should hopefully Arven just goes for the attacks now. And between the two of us, I think we'll get this down before we have too much, you know, trouble. Torment is annoying though. I didn't keep Rock Throw, which I probably should have done, but yeah, I think we'll be okay. Just looking at the amount of damage done there. So we get his Rock Throw comes out, and next turn we'll be fine. That is assuming we don't just KO it here. Yeah. And even if it crit, like a crit Rock Throw, I don't think would KO here. And that's assuming that Smackdown doesn't just take him out, which it does, so we are fine. Good stuff, good stuff. Like I said, I didn't think this was going to be that difficult, just because of the fact that Knackley is a bit of a monster, to be honest with you. And we do get ourselves a bunch of experience, get ourselves leveled up. We do not over level for the next battle, which is pretty good. Smackdown doesn't really do anything for Roko-chan. Dragon Breath might be useful, so we will go ahead and teach it here. There's no point in having both Round and Swift, so we will teach it. I don't know when this would be super useful, unless we need the Paralysis chance, but hey, Paralysis chance is pretty good, so it's possible. And that is our second Titan defeated, which is really useful. Now, the reason I wanted to do this one now is because of the ability that it gives you. Because now our exploration is going to be significantly easier, because we have access to the ability to swim too, which means that I can traverse water, and with water traversal, I'll be able to get a whole bunch of extra items and stuff that I couldn't before. And that will be immensely useful going towards the next place. because the dart base is the next area that we have to go to, and the team star bases are no joke. Those things you usually want to do over leveled, so the fact that we can't do that is going to make it rather tough. So yep, we get ourselves a second Herba Mystica here, pretty solid, and yeah, we did it, woo! Gives us the circulation, gets the blood flowing, yay! Makes you toasty as well. Well, definitely don't need that one during the summer. It's already warm enough as it is, so you know, get him to eat some, huh? Yep, let's make up a sandwich. Using his special technique of being a crazy man, going whatcha! Absolutely silly. Bob's your uncle. Yep. Gives ourselves the badge, so we get ourselves another encounter here, which is really good. Not so sure about the flavour of this one, but you know, it is bitter after all, so it is what it is. And yeah, should be pretty solid. Oh, I just realised our yeah, we've still got the getter on, haven't we, from the festival? That's funny. I'll change that next time around. Yep, we'll give you the sandwich. Here you go. He's like, is it okay? Can I have this? Is it trying to say thanks or something? Yeah. You're welcome. From me, at the very least. It's only fair that you get more. Absolutely, definitely didn't make any more so that Miraidon could. Uh-huh. Sure you didn't, Mr. Soon. So, yeah. Eats it up. Gets himself the superpowers. And now it can move across the water. So, definitely helps a lot. There's a few TMs and things I was not able to get because I couldn't do that. And maybe I can explore a little bit more of the terrarium now as well. Because I can do some of the polar stuff, I think, here. Maybe I'll be able to get to the mountainside and be able to get that curse. What are you doing, buddy? You've already had yours. Don't you dare touch that. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. What's up with you, huh? I mean, to be fair, Miraidon was kind of going to steal the extra sandwich, which is not cool in its own right. But here's where the actual story comes in. So, here's a doggy, and we have to heal the doggy. That's pretty much it. But it's... I don't know. This is probably the best of the storylines, to be fair, because the gym challenge is just a gym challenge, right? It's the same thing that we've always had. Don't ask where he got that sandwich from, by the way, because you probably don't want to know. It's the same space as the Chaos Emeralds come from, right? But yeah, the whole idea is just that the Herba Mystica, they're supposed to be super great healing things, right? And my boss diff over here was really badly hurt in the freaking things here is just great. Have you tried a Pokemon Center? Wasn't any regular old injury or illness. No. So yeah, nothing works to cure him. Promise to make him better, whatever it takes. And yeah, then we learned about the herbs. Almost given up hope. Found out about these. You've done your research. Yeah. found the vial book in the Starter Lab. So this apparently is something that Area Zero was known for as well. So, oh, look at the Eevee, it's so good. Made it all better instantly. Yeah. The herbs are eaten by Pokemon which in turn grew large and strong. So yeah, the Titans were created by these Herba Mystica. And it's full of crazy stories and things. Yep, seems about right. But as we have found out, these are kind of true. So yeah, the HMs that we have here, eating all 5 can cure anything that ails you, huh? So Ross disposal cold as ice before he ate the last one. They've warmed up a little. Hey, so they're already making some difference. That's pretty good. Yep. So he's finished his a little bit. And there they go. His little peepers, his eyes are open again. Yay! It's been so long since he was able to open his eyes. Oh! Again, it's just, I mean, you're healing a doggy. Like, come on, how can you not? How can you not fall in love with this story? Have to be a heartless monster to not want to heal him up. So that's the whole overall goal here. Is that we're going around gathering the herbs in order to make his Pokemon better, and yeah, bring him back to full health. I swear. So yeah, now we actually know the reason we're doing this. That definitely helps a lot. Gives you the context of he's not really that bad of a guy. He's just trying to heal his friend, right? And yeah, he came off as a bit standoffish to begin with, but he's not so bad. Anyway, yeah, we can move across the water now, and we can dash across the water as well, which is pretty good. The jumps are pretty pathetic, to be honest, so it's hard without the next ability. It's kind of hard to like get out of the water in any capacity, but we can go across the sea now. There's some TMs on islands and things, which are pretty cool. And yeah, that's not a bad setup for this. So let's get ourselves saved up. Let's get our extra encounter here, see what we are dealing with, and we'll end at that. Yeah, next up is the Starbase, and we don't really have anything good against Dark types right now, so I'm a little concerned. I'm thinking it's probably going to have to be a Aurasphere teach on Clauncher in order to make this work. So that's a little annoying. It is another move that Clauncher learns. It learns it at like level 40, so it would be even later than that, probably 44, somewhere around that sort of time, where it would learn it as a Chloritza. But I don't know. It sucks to have to like do things that way. Anyway, let's trade off the previous one, the Nacli here, and we will see what we grab. Just gotta wait for the trade to go through. Sometimes these take a little bit, sometimes they come like instantaneously. So it really just depends. Internet's being very slightly slow at the moment, so I was thinking it might take a little bit longer than that, but the first one at the very least is through. And that's an actual name, so hopefully we don't get ourselves traded a Hackmon. No, and it is a pretty cool one at that. This will probably be replacing Swablu for a while. I'm not sure if it's going to be super great in the next area, but just a straightforward Rookity. It's got no good for speed. I imagine this is probably just being caught as level 20 at the time. Yeah, it's just being caught in the area going to Levincia, so okay. Good old Corviknight. Corviknight's one of my favorite regional birds, to be honest. Which it kind of got me thinking, there isn't really a regional bird for Generation 9, is there? It's kind of weird. Like, Flamigo is the closest that you get, but it doesn't fit the traditional mold. But then when you realize that your early game has both Rookity and Fletchling, maybe that's why. Anyway, yeah, we will have ourselves, I think, a Corvisquire by the next time, because it should evolve before this level, right? So we will have ourselves that set up for the next time round, and it'll be pretty awesome. Looking forward to that. Definitely one of the All-Stars from Generation 8, that's for sure. Anyway, this has been GamerCow, playing the Pokemon Violet of Wonderlocke. Next time round, we'll see if we can take on the Team Starbase and get our first star badge done.